understand the way things are.
Back in my day, we had to walk uphill both ways.
Both ways.
Just to get to school. Barefoot.
In the wind. I remember walking to school in the snow, and I felt like I was persecuted. It wasn't that far of a walk.
I felt persecuted.
And truth be told,
school in the snow.
if they had canceled school, I might have walked over there anyways, just for shits and giggles, to walk around the empty school like, I didn't have to come down here, even though you came down, But the fact that I had to pissed me off.
Persecution. That's a strong word.
I know, right? I was a kid.
Just to walk to school.
It was a difficult time in my life.
The world hates me.
The world hates me.
The world hates me. Damn, Shane. The world
that
probably
was
still do hate you.
Ago.
Probably hate you even more now.
Probably does. I wonder on balance where my karma.
It's hard to hate kids.
Hard to hate kids.
Yeah. I'm generalizing that. I'm pretty sure some people out there that do hate kids, but
yeah, but I think it's few and far between.
yeah, I bet it is.
Kids tug at everybody a little bit. Yeah, like you might do something, you see a kid, you're like, oh shit! I mean, dang, whatever
A grown ass man, I'm easy to hate.
Yeah, I got
and hard to love.
Hard to love.
Easy to hate and hard to love. Shane, it's fucked up.
Well, such is our lot.
Such is our lot.
When you reach this level of greatness, honestly speaking, it's so hard to put up with anything but just the very best. That's the way I look at it.
I hope we're giving our listeners the best. We're giving them all we got. So.
Man, speaking of giving them all we got, we've given an actual more of that tonight, haven't we?
Yeah, we have.
We'll discuss that in a minute.
Yeah, why not?
Let's start the party. You ready?
I'm ready, brother.
Coming to you now from that 86 Kids studio in our underground lair deep in downtown Huntsville, Alabama. Here with my co-host, Q the Messenger, our illustrious producer, Kevin the Boss Man Richardson. I'm Shane the Brain, and this is Vendor Chronicles. Let's go.
I'm getting a little static on your end.
I am getting a little static.
I don't know if it's on your end or mine.
No, I think it's mine. I feel like I touched the mic on. Yeah. There's definitely something.
You got to keep off the mic.
Man, you know how hard that is for me. I'm fidgety. You saw my daughter tonight.
Yeah, I did. Oh, Maddie Rue.
She will not be still.
Yeah, she won't, man.
Everything has to be explored, and she's got no fear.
She had her door to explore.
Man, I'm telling you.
Today. I mean,
she loves those brown shoes.
She likes to walk up straight to edge. She'll walk up to the edge of anything.
Man,
she was walking the razor's edge on the little river down there
with her toes hanging out.
With her toes, with her toes hanging over. I was like, ooh.
She is at the phase where she still has 100% belief that no matter what. Like, if she climbed up on a big ladder and just let go, I'd be there to catch her.
You'd be right.
And she's had some falls. Not like she...
The faith of a child.
Dude, we were in the driveway of our house at dusk, just before she went to bed. She's already had her bath, got her jammies on. No, she hadn't had her bath yet.
Okay.
So we go outside, just to hang out outside for a little bit before bedtime. We're running down the driveway, and she stumbles and falls. And only half caught herself with her hands and hit her face on the concrete. Luckily didn't break a tooth. There was plenty of blood and plenty of crying, but by the next morning there was barely any swelling, and it wasn't as bad as we thought it was.
Okay.
Did not require, there was no gash, you know what I'm saying? It was just, she had a scratch on her upper lip was basically what it was, but she must have, kind of blooded it on the inside with her tooth like she had. But anyways, it was a small thing and no big deal. But you'd think she would figure it out. Next night, she's back running down the driveway again.
Doing the exact same thing.
There's grass right here. We can run in the grass. See, and if you take a header in the grass,
not so bad.
Not as bad.
Not as bad. It still might hurt, but not like that.
Not as bad.
Not like that concrete gonna hurt.
Yep.
And I think Enzo has a lot of sense.
He was good. He was scaring the crap out of me.
He walk up to something, he'll look over like this, but he won't put his toes over the edge.
Madeline will go right to the edge.
Walking down those stairs, he's like, help.
Yep.
These stairs look dangerous. Let me this is help required. And he has no problem with stairs, but those stairs going into the park.
That's a good sense of judgment.
You take a header down those.
That's be a tough one. Yeah.
You might have to go to the ER.
Yeah.
You take a header on those.
Yeah, you very well may.
So that's why he was like, help.
Yep.
Help.
And he waited until somebody had his hand every time, which was,
come help him. Dude, he just, I don't know.
And that's, with Madeline, she's...
You need people like Madeline in the world, though.
Sure.
How we discover the rest of the world without those people that's willing to take those adventures. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I suppose, I don't know. It is a compliment in that I like that she's open-minded and adventure spirit and, ready to go.
You need people that's like, oh, we probably shouldn't do that. It's them.
But I imagine.
I know it's bears in those woods or whatever. Like those people that's kind of timid. Like,
right.
Hold up.
Right.
Self-preservation. Yes, you need the self-preservation.
I think there's also
but you need the people to move us forward as well.
There is a certain amount of, I'm pretty confident I can take care of it.
Mm-hmm.
One way or another, hopefully I won't have to have it come hand to hand or whatever, blow to blow. But if it does, I got a Desert Eagle or, you know what I'm saying? Who knows? I mean, there's a very few people that have that kind of confidence.
Yeah.
But in the middle lies the rest of us somewhere.
We would have never got to space. We would have never got to the bottom of the ocean. We would have never sailed the Atlantic without those type of people.
Created those dire wolves. Without those type of, there you go.
Yeah, what you need
audacity.
They really moved society forward.
Didn't you say something about audacity today? It was a negative context, but it could be.
Oh, yeah, the unmitigated gall.
Unmitigated gall.
Oh, that's what I use.
Somebody's got to have the unmitigated gall.
Someone has to have the unmitigated gall.
Dream to fly to the moon or to colonize Mars.
Because you ask me, I'm like, hell no, I'm not going to the moon.
Right. But somebody would be
hell
like,
no, I'm not going out there in that
anything.
ocean. I seen Jaws. I ain't walking out. Oh, shit, I might dip a toe in. That's about it.
I like swimming in the ocean.
I seen Jaws, Shane.
Yeah?
I seen it.
I saw Twister, too. And when the weather gets bad, I'm standing outside looking to find it. I mean...
You a storm chaser?
No, not at all.
Storm chasers.
But I feel like if it's going to hit me, I'm going to see it.
I'm not chasing
or be aware of it or whatever.
I'm running the opposite direction.
And I'm not going to be hiding in my closet until I need to be. But trust me, I got the closet ready now.
Okay.
And by the time it comes to that point, Madeline and Jessica and the dogs are locked in the bedroom at least, where the closet is that's in the center of the house. And they got pillows and stuff all in. I mean, we're ready to go. Like, all I got to do is come busting in that front door.
F5 come through. Ooh, man. I don't know if you better off in the water with Jaws or that damn F5 out there on your farm. I think I still might take my chances with the F5.
I might too, yeah. Yeah.
It's been in that ocean with Jaws.
If I know it's Jaws. But I've been in the ocean with sharks intentionally.
Megalodon. The Megalodon.
Oh, yeah, that Megalodon.
Oh, that damn Megalodon.
You ever been to the cave over there where the tooth is? Was it in, like going out to Scottsboro?
I done been to the opening of that cave. I didn't realize it cost money to go in the damn thing. So at that time, I was like, I'm not paying to go.
It's pretty well.
Cave, but it was beautiful. It's
pretty well worth whatever the money. I've been through it a couple times, and it's nice. Honestly speaking, I would spend the name money. Of course, a family of 5 or whatever is tough.
I think we went about a year ago.
Is it Mammoth Cave?
That don't ring a bell. But
anyways, I know
exactly what you're talking about.
There's a megalodon tooth in the roof of that cave. Like however high that is, 80 feet or whatever. I mean, it's huge. And
the tooth is
that high up.
Yeah, the cave is just the opening. You walk up to the opening, you're like, damn.
And then you go inside, and it domes up a little bit from there. I want to say how tall it is. It's been a long time, but embedded in the rock up there. What do we got, Mr. Producer? Hang on.
Cathedral Cavern. Yep, that's exactly what it's called.
There's a megalodon tooth in the ceiling up there, and I guess they've had it studied and looked at. And I mean, that's their story. Who knows? But
whatever, it's a big ass tooth.
It's a big ass tooth. From the ground, you're like, damn, that's a big ass tooth. You can only imagine what it'd be like when if you took a crane up there or whatever. It looks huge.
Wow.
Who knows what that means? They say this part of the world was underwater at one point. Okay.
I mean, the world is still 70% water.
For sure.
Which is still hard to imagine when you think about how much land mass we have. You just look around and all you see is land. But that land mass we see is only represents 30% of what we can actually see. The
70% of it is under.
70% of the world is water.
And we've mapped.
That blows my mind.
What, like 5% or whatever of the ocean floor?
Yeah, some low number.
There's no telling what's down there.
No telling, Shane.
I've read some crazy science fiction stories about it.
It's no telling what's a mile down the road from us.
True.
I can't imagine the ocean that's thousands and thousands of miles and hundreds of miles deep.
And the thing is, you might think you mapped it, but the currents, I don't know much about oceanography, so maybe I'm just talking out of my ass, but I mean, things change on the bottom of the,
correct.
I guess shipwrecks stay in one place.
I know it's hard to just wrap your mind around how huge it is. the vastness.
You've been on a cruise or something, though, right?
Yeah, you get out there in that boat. It's like, damn.
Especially at nighttime when you're, standing on the rail and going, I could hop over this rail
and never be seen again.
I would never be seen again. If I got drunk and fell over,
never be seen again.
Nobody would ever know.
They won't even know till they do the damn muster call at the end. Oh shit!
Till somebody reports you missing.
706.
Yeah.
Where is he?
And that railing, that's a tough. That was tough for me. I'm scared of heights.
Me too.
And that was I stayed away from the railing of the cruise ship every time I went. Yeah.
Shit, I trip and fall over my feet. It hurt.
Yeah, I don't
just
play
from,
around.
Whatever 5 foot,
That's
couple
my one
inches.
phobia.
You damn be up. Feet, miles, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. The world's amazing, man. The world's.
But did you hear recently? I think I want to saw today. I don't think it was fake news. A kid fell off of a cruise liner somewhere, and they found him. They got him. They rescued him.
Wow.
I think it was
How long
Disney
was he in the
cruise.
water?
Man, I just skimmed it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want.
Okay.
I don't.
Because I think that ocean's cold too.
I think it is. Yeah, this time of the year is probably the best. I guess in the Caribbean.
I bet it's still cold. Well, if you out in close to the Caribbean, it's probably.
But can you imagine?
But I can't imagine what the average temp of ocean water is. Then you
just
get out there.
thinking about a child falling off of a cruise ship, man. And like again, they got him. I guess I don't know what their procedures were. But
as a parent, you jumping in.
I pretty much have to.
You pretty much have to.
Yeah.
Like it won't even be a thought.
I don't think. In the circumstance, I don't think I would even. I might take my shoes off.
First thought would be jump in.
Yeah. Yeah,
I gotta
get my
go
arms
get
around my child, and
then once you're in
out.
there, like, damn, maybe I should have thrown us a life vest first.
I don't know what we're gonna do
then
next.
Jumped in,
But hopefully
grab the what they call the pool noodle, the donut or whatever. Want to grab the donut first?
Be nice if you could.
Yeah, grab a donut.
But hopefully
first.
somebody's up there that will at least throw the donut over at you. You make a racket. Hopefully it's not.
And those boats are moving a lot faster than you think on that water.
Yeah, the whole thing gives me the willies.
Damn, Shane.
Haven't stood.
I'm
I'm
glad they got the kid out.
I'm glad they got the kid.
Man, you see those people that be out to sea for like months. It was a guy like last year that was out there. He said he was out there about six or 7 months.
Oh yeah, some people. Yeah, I've heard of that.
He was a fisherman, got carried out.
Oh no! I thought you were talking about just stayed on cruise ships.
No.
Stuck
this
out
dude,
there.
fishing, stuck out there for months, just floating. And then I think naturally the current's going to eventually take you to land somewhere. You're going to pass land somewhere. If you can live, if you can survive long enough. You can't drink salt water.
Right.
So you just got to catch rain. Hopefully it rains. Hopefully the storm ain't too bad to where it capsize you and whatever. Know. I mean, I couldn't imagine being out there by myself.
Yeah, that's a no.
Man, Shane.
And you're really an alien in a foreign environment at that point. I mean, you're above the air. It's not like you're really under the water, but that's not your territory.
No,
that's not your natural habitat.
Not whatsoever.
Now, is that worse than flying? Because if you're flying, you got no choice. You're going to come down. There ain't no choice of sticking it out for 6 months through bad weather or whatever. You're going to have to come down at some point.
It was a plane crash, last week?
Man, it seems like there's been a bunch of them lately.
Definitely within 2 weeks, it was a plane crash, killed like 279 people, one survivor.
Where was that?
It was
here?
It was an Indian plane. In India. As soon as it took off, fell out the damn sky. I don't think it was in the sky 10 minutes.
Killed 200-something people?
Killed everybody on board except for one guy survived. And I don't know if they released like how did he survive. I think they was trying to figure out like how did this one guy survive. So what they was thinking, he got sucked out somehow and landed in a way to where it didn't kill him. But if you were still on board, the plane hit the ground, it's a damn bomb. It just blow up, explode.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
You died.
How bad was he hurt?
He had some burns and stuff. I think some scrapes, some broken bones, but he survived. Yeah, like alive enough to where he can walk. He was walking after the plane crash, where they was seeking medical attention.
Dang, dude. Can
one
you
guy
imagine?
Out of almost 300 people, one guy survived.
So unless he was flying solo, he just lost somebody close to him in some way.
Probably lost a whole damn family.
Not to mention
I didn't
just
look more
survived a
into the
plane
story,
crash.
but I can't imagine.
What do you do after you survive a plane crash?
Yeah, I mean, if you don't believe in God, you probably would after that. After something like that, like, damn, that was a miracle. How the hell that happened?
I don't know if that would make me believe in God.
I think you had them survivor remorse too. Like, damn, why?
I wonder,
why me? Out of all those people, why I'm the only one that survived? And then, like you said, if you did have your family on there, it's like shit.
Now you done lost,
just didn't take me with my family, or I would have traded my life or whatever.
Yeah, for sure.
Whatever the questions you might have asked.
And whatever, maybe he was in the bathroom and the window wasn't, who knows?
Living through an experience like that. I bet you'll definitely appreciate your days a lot more.
Yeah.
Every day you wake up, I bet you won't take life for granted.
Wow, surviving man, but people survive small plane crashes all the time. Like some of them are not even, those the planes they use up in Alaska, the little tiny, what do they call them, bush planes or whatever. They can take off on a dime.
Water.
They
can land on water. And
they can land on water sometimes or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Those guys a lot of times are coming in real slow. The air is not speed is not the thing for them because they fly. It's that's the only way to get down into someplace, and they got to be able to land it on a short space. So they're not going that fast. So, they can crash it, maybe 30 miles an hour, which I'm sure is a bitch, but it beats the hell out of it.
Something at 30 miles an hour in a car, that's a damn good impact.
30 or 80, take your pick.
Correct.
So I'm just saying, it's probably less times fatal at 30 than it is at 80. But yeah, you're right. I don't know. That's still fast.
Any landing you walk away from is a good landing.
Well, and you think
even if you crash that, we walked away.
You walked away. I used to tell myself that when I rode a motorcycle, I would physically remind myself the best way you can ride today is to come home tonight.
Mm-hmm.
I would just kind of keep it in mind.
Damn. Where were we at when we seen something about the Wright brothers? Was that me and you? We were somewhere and they was...
I don't think so.
Oh, I can't remember. I thought I just saw something about the Wright brothers not long ago.
Those guys were wild. Bicycle mechanics.
Yeah, them over decided
I thought they were smart enough to fly. They certainly weren't the first ones that had the idea, and maybe they were the only ones, the first ones with the technological capabilities to make it happen.
Stole their patents from what's his name? Nostradamus, whatever his name was. Who paid the Mona Lisa?
Picasso, not Picasso. I don't know.
One of them smart philosopher, engineering type guys who was way ahead of his time.
Rembrandt?
No,
I don't know.
No.
My old,
I can't think his damn name. It might
Da Vinci.
Leonardo
da Vinci.
Yeah, Da Vinci.
Oh, okay.
He's the one that
really they used his drawings.
I don't know. I'm spitballing some shit, Shane.
Oh, I don't know. They might have.
I know he had drawings of flying crafts.
For sure.
Yeah,
he had a helicopter. I think
he had a lot. That was ahead of his time. That was way ahead of his time.
Yeah.
Man, how the hell you just sitting here
and not just in art and whatever.
That shit.
Makes you wonder why those savants come around every now and then that kind of know something. It's like they know something.
Somebody could be talking to them.
Is there reincarnation? Only
maybe so.
So if you've got a world full of players, how many of them are, what do we call it, NPCs? Non-playing, what is it called? NPCs?
Playable character.
Non-playing characters?
Non-playable characters.
Those guys don't get to be reincarnated.
Just stand there and just whatever.
But people that move the needle get to be reincarnated, and after a couple of times, maybe you'd be pretty smart.
I think you get the option to come back.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I think once you die, we all go into
what if you were a shitty person?
The great conscious. You're a shitty person. You're a shitty person.
You think Dahmer got a chance to come back?
He probably did.
Maybe do it better?
He probably came back as a worm, though.
Had to really start over.
Yeah, you had to really start at the bottom.
Imagine working your way up from a worm.
Say the overall conscious, whatever when you die and whatever our souls go to, or spirits, whatever you want to call, we get into the overall conglomerate of consciousness. Because they say energy can't be created or killed.
Right. Just transformed into one thing or another.
Transformed into something else. So we still energy. We're living energy. Right. So once we die, where does that energy go? Once we die, does it? I'm saying it goes into the great conscience in the sky.
The great consciousness
where we all kind of
okay.
And we live the
and then what?
Good life, and then if you want to come back, you got the option. Or there might be a council up there, like a council of consciousness, like the elders or some shit. Like, oh man, you was a shitty person that last life. You got to start at the bottom. We gonna make you a damn ant. I bet you'll level up pretty quick. An ant only live 2 weeks? Okay, you're an ant. Okay, you want to come
that's
back?
A good point.
All right, shit, we're gonna make you a butterfly. Okay,
yeah, but how many times do you have to be an ant?
I don't know, Jay.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm just spitballing.
I guess it depends on how bad you were, right?
It depends on how bad of a motherfucker you were.
If you were pretty bad but not too bad, okay, you get to be an ant twice.
All right.
That's
we might make you. You was
what
a
good
guy that first go around. You tried to get some shit going. Okay, we'll bring you back as a human.
So what are you looking for after you're an ant?
Shit, I don't know.
All right, what would be the bottom? I say a slug.
Come back as a bird.
I say a slug would be the bottom. What do you think? One of them nasty slugs you see on your back porch steps.
You
try not to step on one.
A snail. Make you a snail. You can't even move fast. Just inch your way around.
All right, so if you're a snail.
Fuck, a snail without a shell.
Well, that's a slug, right?
We ain't gonna even give you no protection.
So what's up? What's next? Like, what do you aspire to at that point?
Shit,
you can't hope to be a dog next time around.
Maybe a black widow.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't bite any humans, then you...
yeah, if you don't bite, all right, we might let you come back as, damn, what's the next level up?
That's a long climb.
A horse or some shit, I don't know.
But if you're Jeffrey Dahmer, like, okay, you got
a damn...
So check this out. I don't remember if it was you I was talking to about this. Mm-hmm. Think about the movie Groundhog Day.
Damn, that movie's crazy. Bill Murray.
So think about how long that was.
How many days did he live in Groundhog Day?
Think about it. He had to learn how to play the piano, right? In the beginning, he couldn't play the piano at all. Mm-hmm. By the end, he was a virtuoso. How long would that take?
Correct.
Think about all the things that happened that he learned how to do. There was a whole thing about this on the internet recently. Basically, maybe 10,000 years.
That's how long they said he was in that loop?
If you, like, that's the outside, but at least 1,000 years to accomplish
1,000 years
all the things, what it would take to become as proficient, to become a virtuoso piano player like that, even if he was natural talent, he would have to practice every day, all day for years,
right,
just to achieve that one skill, and then spend significant time maintaining that, keeping his chops. And you factor that in with all of the different things.
I'm going to go back and watch Groundhog Day. It's been years since I've seen it. It's
a
good-ass movie.
If you look at it from that perspective, that's a really dark movie. Think about it.
But at least he got to keep his memory.
Remember, it was so bad he kept trying to kill himself.
But then the motherfucker just wake back up the next day.
He killed other people, and the next day they'd be right back. So there was no consequence. I mean, when you think about it, it's kind of hell. Like, what would be worse than that?
What if that is hell?
You got to live the same day over for 1,000 years.
Reliving your same worst experience
until
ever.
You finally get that one day perfect. That's all that's asked of you of the great consciousness. You have to have one perfect day. But it takes you with every tiny little thing. Like, you can't miss a single note the whole day.
To get the shit right.
And when you finally get it right, then you get to move on.
Oh, man.
Wow.
I guess the good thing about it, he got to keep his memory every time.
Could you keep sanity?
He wasn't just starting over. He was starting over from the previous days, the previous years. He kept his memory. I think when you come back, let's say we come back as humans, I think you lose it all once you're born. I think you still might know as a baby in the womb, because you hear about people saying that they remember stuff from, like, they remember being in the womb. You hear people.
I've heard of that.
Say that. Like, I can remember when I was in the room. I think some people might get through without getting your memory wiped.
Really?
But for the most part, as soon as you're born, I think they wipe your memory. So you don't start over, but you still have some of that memory in your DNA.
How young were you? What's your earliest memory that you're conscious of?
I think I was about 5. My earliest memory I can remember 5.
Okay.
No, know what? I have a memory when I was maybe 2 or 3. It was a traumatic memory that, like, imprinted on me. I'll say I was probably 2 or 3 years old. The damn iron fell on my foot.
Okay.
Left a big ass scar on my. It's finally starting to where it done faded enough to where you can barely see it now. But when I was younger, you could see it looked like an S.
Oh, wow.
Big ass S on the top of my foot. I remember that. And I had to be about 2 or 3 years old. And that's when I learned the iron is hot.
Yeah, that's about the youngest I can remember being too. So,
but it was a traumatic experience,
Yeah,
I think those kind
wasn't just a regular.
Leave an imprint in your mind. Like, okay, I know not to touch that damn iron. Even at 2 years old, I'm conscious enough that motherfucker's hot.
Can't do that.
That hurt. Yeah, don't touch that.
But if there are people that can remember
in the womb,
that's.
And you hear about people like when you remember I can't remember who. Was it Terrence Howard who I think he's one of those people said he can remember being in the womb.
Really?
And he can remember whatever the conscious is talking to him. That's how he came up with some of his crazy ass ideas.
There's something about Terrence Howard though, when you listen to him, like he's kind of dumb in some way, some of the
I think he's one of those people though that says that I remember
is ridiculous.
Being in the womb.
Then you start listening to him and you realize no, he's most definitely thinking on that level. He just hasn't. There's a couple things that he's just got twisted.
Mm-hmm.
But then you start thinking, he seems like he's smarter than me, so does he have those things twisted? Like, what would he said 2 times?
No.
One should be something basic that he says.
He was basically he's saying that 2 + 2 = 4.
Right.
2 × 2 = 4.
Correct.
How are they both the same? I think he kind of asked the question in that way. When times, you always know times is definitely more than adding. Multiplication is more than adding. But how do those numbers continue to equal the same? So he was saying that in math, something's wrong there. Or like 1 + 1 is 2, but 1 × 1 is 1. He was like, that don't make sense on the level that he's thinking on. And
you see where
you give it a little thought. He's like, okay, he might have. I can see where you can get that.
You see where it's factually bullshit, though.
If you say so, I'm not a mathematician. I mean, I haven't tried to break it down, but I can understand why he would make that. Okay. I guess correlation to why is 1 × 1 1 and then 1 + 1.
All right, so let's break it down to what they are. 1 + 1 is you have 2 objects. They exist individually. You combine them into one object. Now that's a 2 because it's twice as much as you had the first time.
Okay.
1 and 1.
Yeah, I agree.
Me and you, that's 2.
Mm-hmm.
Then we 3 make 3 or whatever the fuck. So
me and you, your mama and your cousin.
So
too.
Multiplication is, don't think of it as 1 × 1. Think of it as 1 time. You can also, it's a way of counting. Multiplication is not mathematics. It's just a way of counting. If you're counting groups or groups of things, and the easy way to remember it in your head, like for instance, when I make toys, if I make 100 small cars,
mm-hmm.
I put them in stacks of 5 butted up against each other, and that bundle right there has 10 in it, and I know that. And then if I look down, I'll say, I count the bundles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I know that there are 10 in each bundle. That's 10 per bundle 5 times, 50. So 1 × 1 is 1 time. That's 1. If you have something, one of something, and you only have 1 time of it, that's 1. If you had 1 × 2, that would be 2 individuals, and so on and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
So,
okay, I see your argument there.
I don't know. Maybe there's a way of understanding it that I don't know. Is my question.
But I think like we was talking earlier, you need people like that to ask those questions, though. You need those disrupting people. He might be on to something. This shit might come out to be something one day.
Who knows?
Yeah. Who knows?
Maybe it's
to go against the status quo. You might sound crazy as hell when you mention something like that.
But maybe in another alternate universe,
mm-hmm.
that is the law. Like the laws of physics that we have either happen that way because somebody created them that way or just through the accident of evolution. So what if there's a world where gravity is different, for instance? What if there's...
He says gravity's not real. That was another one. That was another one of his arguments that gravity is not. I
don't think he's the first one to say that.
Gravity's not real.
Gravity's not real.
Yeah, it's not real. It doesn't exist.
When you think about,
and he created like a whole model to say like why we feel what we call gravity, but it really doesn't exist. He done said some crazy shit. We say crazy, but he done said some stuff.
If you start talking about string theory and quantum mechanics,
mm-hmm.
quantum entanglements, that sounds like some kind of super voodoo. Einstein called it spooky action at a distance. That's what Albert Einstein called quantum entanglements.
Mm-hmm.
And yet, I'm pretty sure that's been proven scientifically that it happens. So I don't think that's any wilder than the stuff that Terrence Howard is saying. Maybe it's just on a different...
people like Einstein.
Yeah. Disruptors. And what if we do? No, that's not the way it's done. Trust me, it won't work that way.
We got the nuclear bomb.
But what if we never try?
Yeah,
you always got to try something.
What if
new.
Gravity ain't real? He figures out how to anti-gravity to where...
And I heard, did you hear the Rogan where...
You don't need motors no more. We can just fucking turn a switch on or turn a switch off and we float off into space or whatever. I don't know.
Yep.
I think that's how most of those
displacement.
I think they're trying to create a motor that's like an anti-gravity motor.
Well, if you believe some of the
to where you can go from 100 feet to
you've heard of element 115?
10,000 feet in like this. You know what I'm saying? Just boom.
You've heard of element 115?
Mm-mm.
You know who Bob Lazar is?
I have heard that name before. Yes, Bob Lazar. He's the one that was at Area 51 and
That's
stuff.
What they
Area
say.
54. Yeah, he said he's seen all the aliens, and he was almost a whistleblower, of the things that he's seen.
But apparently there's a specific element called element 115 that apparently has been proven in the last there's a lot of, whatever. I'm not saying if I believe this, but I'm not saying I don't. I don't know. Mm-hmm. This is just what's been said. But apparently element 115 has actually been recreated in a superconductor. No, not a superconductor. What are those?
That collider?
Particle collider.
That damn particle collider. That can open up.
Big one that they made that they were worried was going to. Whatever.
Yeah.
And so, anyways, he says there's an element called element 115 that not only enables anti-gravity, but that also, so let's say there's no gravity. Well, you can go as fast as you want to, right? But you still got wind resistance.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you deal with the wind resistance? Apparently this element 115 like puts a bubble around the craft or whatever and makes it where it kind of just, instead of displacing the air, it just, I don't know, man. You got to, it's crazy sounding,
There's some shit out there, Shane.
But who knows if it's not real? The FBI raided his house one time looking for it, apparently.
Oh, so, he took a sample of it.
Yeah, that's what allegedly.
Of course, why not?
I mean,
y'all won't miss this.
He said they had a metal somehow associated with this craft that was like aluminum foil, and you could wad it up into a ball, and as soon as you let go of it, it would spring back to exactly like it never had a crease in it, like it was straight aluminum foil that just came off of the roller or whatever, and you could put it in any position you want to, and when you turned it loose, it would spring right back into that position.
I mean, that's not far-fetched.
No,
I can believe
for sure.
That. Yeah, it's a lot of.
But we don't
so much
know that we have anything.
No, we don't know yet, but we're getting to the point to where it's going to be hard to hide. I think we're going to start seeing a lot of whistleblowers because most of the guys that were around that time are on their deathbeds now, old baby boomers and shit like that. So they're going to start coming clean with a lot of things. I'm spitballing.
I hope you're right.
I have no reason to hold this information no more. I'm dying. What the fuck? What's the worst they can do to me? Come kill me off? I'll put me out my misery.
It seems like we would have seen some of that already.
And you can't hide it. Information travels so good now. You can't hide shit.
Yeah, once it's out there, it's out there. And it's almost like Bigfoot, where at some point in time, we've had good cell phone cameras for a long time.
Somebody's going to capture that.
Somebody, seems like we would have by now, Even
if he's out there, I don't know.
Yeah, I just don't, we would have found a carcass or something.
How they talk about giants still out there.
And the UFOs, like if they're that good, why did they crash?
Did we ever figure out what happened with the UFO sightings when a while back was that earlier this year? We was having those flying saucers in the sky, those lights and stuff. People remember this? That was a big deal. That it kind of just went nowhere. I don't know what happened.
I mean, seems like you hear something like that every now and then.
But this one was huge. This was like everybody was talking about it for weeks. Oh, we see
in this
these
area,
flying, not in this area, but just in America. Like, oh, what are these flying crafts in the sky?
I know there was an issue with drones and then balloons, and I guess the balloons, turns out, were Chinese.
Oh.
And we covered that up.
Okay.
I think.
I know it was a few, maybe less than, within a year, they had they say a UFO crashed in Miami, somewhere in Florida, where aliens was running down the damn middle of damn South Beach.
I've seen some weird shit on South Beach, man.
I'm telling you, they say these aliens was like 8 foot tall running down South Beach, Shade. I mean, there's some crazy shit out there, man. Like,
I've seen some.
Won't nothing surprise me because
you lost me at South Beach, brother. Because I have seen
South Beach. You see some crazy
dude.
stuff.
I love South Beach. I love the place. But one of the things I love about it is you just do not know
what you might see.
I'm just, man.
Florida's a crazy state. I just left there, matter of fact.
Florida's a crazy place.
I just left Orlando.
And Miami is always wow. I've been to Orlando a couple of times. I went down there for a convention one time.
Okay.
When I worked for Mickey D's. Did not want to be there. I was like, I am 4 hours away.
In Orlando?
Yeah.
Okay. You didn't want to be in Orlando.
No.
You didn't mind Florida per se, but Orlando.
I didn't want to be. I've never cared for Orlando.
Me neither. Shane.
And this was a corporate function, so I definitely didn't want to be there. And I have a friend who owns a hotel in South Beach that I could call up and say, hey, Mitch, you got a room for me tonight? And I'd have a balcony. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's like, I don't want to be here, man. I got the Cadillac parked outside. Yep. But I stayed because, back then I was a corporate slave.
He was a corporate slave.
Yep. And then by the time it was over, I didn't want to go to South Beach by myself and then stay for a couple of days and come back. I was like, nope, I'm just going to go home. So that's what I did.
No place like home. Shane.
No place like home.
I don't care where you go. When you get home, it's like, man.
The older I get, the more I like my home.
No place like home. I could be staying in the damn presidential suite at the Ritz.
I like the way I cook eggs. That's all I'm going to say, man, is I like the way I cook eggs.
Right, right. No place like home. And at home, you the king. I'm the king in my own castle.
Yep.
Yeah, I can do what I want to do.
So what'd you do this weekend, brother?
Well, I got back Saturday from the road. We left Orlando around 8 Saturday morning, their time.
Left Orlando 8 a.m.
Yeah.
Florida
We gained an hour. We gained an hour coming.
So that's already 9 our time. Is that right?
No,
it's 7 our time.
7 our time. Okay. So it would have been 7:30. So
left Orlando at, say, 7:30 our time.
Correct. But we still got here at 8 p.m.
So 12 and a half hours.
Yeah, about 12 and a half.
12 and a half hours from Orlando.
Yeah, with a few stops in between.
A 13-year-old and a 2.5-year-old and a 6-month-old. And your wife and you. That's moving along, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's no playing around.
Even with a few stops, some traffic along the way.
That's good. Team management, when you do those stops, man, with that many folks, everybody wants to go their own, direction. Next thing you know,
30 minutes done went by.
I can't imagine, we were talking about this earlier, but I can't imagine stopping at a Buc-ee's with a bunch of,
we never made no Buc-ee stops. I like to hit those Loves.
I like Loves myself.
Yeah, when I'm on the road like that,
Loves
I like to
has
hit those
everything
Loves.
you need, and it's no nonsense. I don't need the frills. I do like the beef jerky, but other than that, Loves has everything you need.
So, we hit a couple Loves, hit a couple stops.
They always got some kind of a sandwich place there.
Popped up on my dad when I went through Atlanta.
Nice, okay.
Surprised him. He was surprised to see us.
Oh, wow.
So that was a little stop. We was probably there about 20 minutes. We didn't stay long. We used the bathroom. I gave him a birthday gift. And got back on the road, Okay. So that was kind of a little surprise for that. We stopped at some place and got I got some big ass bag of pecans.
Oh,
pecans. I don't know how you pronounce it.
Good either way.
I always called them pecans.
Right. In the shell?
They were half shelled.
Oh, that's all. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So just cracked enough to where half of the pecan was exposed.
Where you don't need a thing to crack them with.
Yeah, it still make it easier to eat, but they was a lot cheaper. That 5-pound bag went from half shell was like, let's say I paid $28 and some change. Compared to like $45 for a 5-pound bag of fully shelled, de-shelled.
And you can put some in a baggie or whatever and carry them with you. And,
correct.
It's a snack moving along.
And I remember as a kid, man, I would go with my dad and we'll go pick up pecans. We'll take pillowcases. All you can pick, all you can get, because they just grew natural. Okay. What happened to the damn trees like the pecan trees and I remember as a kid picking crab apples, plums, peaches, just walking down the street. Yep. You could have a meal.
You don't see fruit trees much.
Blackberries growing beside people's mailboxes.
They plant those damn Bradford pears that aren't good for anything except stinking up the place in the springtime and falling over in the first,
You think that's intentional, that we intentionally got rid of the trees that can feed people?
That's a good question, man. I don't know.
I mean, even me, a kid growing up.
Sure.
I could have a meal on my way home, walking somewhere. We know so-and-so got a peach tree in his yard.
Check. Talk to me.
So-and-so got a crab apple in his yard.
Did I ever tell you the Miami story, the South Beach story about the the star fruit?
About your buddy having one growing on his property? Yeah.
On his property there.
You
had that fresh star fruit in the...
As soon as you come in, it was
wild.
Star fruit growing.
It was wild. Middle of the night.
That's amazing.
And I asked him, I said, don't you think the owners would mind? And he said, look at the name on the building. It was his last name.
His last name on the building. I am the owner.
I'm like, oh, okay. I guess he won't mind, will he?
That's amazing, man. I think we need to start planting more fruit trees.
I'm with you. You got any fruit trees in your yard?
I don't. I need to go buy me a couple.
I want to do some blackberry bushes.
And blackberry bushes grow pretty quick.
Do they?
Yeah, I got some in the back of my property, all the way to the back. Big ass blackberry bush.
Okay.
Yeah, big ass. I might have to pick some and bring you some. Yeah,
I'd
that
like to have
grows
some
natural
blackberries.
Back. Stuff that can grow fast. Blueberries, blackberries.
I wouldn't mind making some blackberry wine.
I don't too much care for raspberries.
I've never made wine before. And now that I don't drink that much, All right.
Ferment your own wine.
Yeah, make your own wine. I used to rent a house from a guy, and on his property he had muscadines and scuppernongs.
What color muscadine?
They were green.
The green
and the
ones.
scuppernongs were reddish.
Okay.
No, these were green.
Green muscadines with the little brown spots?
No, because one of them was dark colored. Man, it's been a long time.
Mm-hmm.
It was a dark colored wine. It was darker than a rosé, maybe a burgundy. It was dark.
Mm-hmm.
It was not like a Pinot Noir or.
He was making wine with it?
He had big 5-gallon glass jugs, and they kind of tapered at the top and then made a lip. And so he would tie a cheesecloth around it, and he put yeast and sugar and the juice from these muscadines and scuppernongs, mixed it in together. It was some kind of, I don't know, he didn't put much into it. And then he would just watch it, and every now and then he had stirred or whatever. I don't remember the process. But he gave me some of it, and it was fantastic.
Mm.
And for somebody that doesn't drink much anymore, it'd be fun to have a bottle of it in the, I'd bring
that's one of my dreams, to start a winery.
I know it.
Yeah, I want to start a winery. Start growing
if you got those blackberries out there, if they're real blackberries.
A vineyard, an orchard,
I'd love to make some blackberry wine. Now you got me thinking about it.
Walk out and see my vineyard. Like, yeah, that's all me.
You ever been to the one up in Mont Eagle? I think we talked about it one time. Yeah, you ought to go up there. Yeah.
We need to take a trip. Yeah. Never been. But yeah, that's one of my dreams.
Man, I got rained on again this weekend. Oh my God.
Rain don't stop, Shane.
It's every weekend I'm getting rained on.
Every weekend.
You know how much money I made yesterday? $12. This is Vendor Chronicles.
It's hard to eat off $12.
Hard to eat off $12. You better put some back on that last time when you did okay.
Wow.
But I hadn't hit one out of the park this year.
I guess you made more than me, though. I ain't make nothing.
Well, there you go.
Because I wasn't even out there.
There you go. So you were in Orlando for Leilani's dance recital,
national dance competition. This is nationals.
So tell everybody how she did.
Oh man, she did amazing. Her solo in her category. So in dance you have categories. So like her solo was in the preteen category.
Okay.
So she placed third overall.
Nice.
Out of all the preteens. Let's say it's 500 preteens there.
She's
so
third.
out of that did solos. Because this dance competition, let me just give you the scale of it. It went from Monday into Saturday, the competition. And each day started like at 8 and ended at 9 o'clock.
Wow.
So each day was like 12 hours. Yeah. That's how many performances they had.
It's truly a national competition.
It's a national competition. Wow. It's a lot of girls there. So you think out of her just preteen category, she placed third overall.
Wow.
Out of all the preteens that was there. I couldn't give you a number, but I'm telling you it had to be, I'm saying 500 at least, who did solos. So then overall solo act out of all the age groups, preteens, teens, whatever.
The whole
thing, out of everybody who did a solo there, she placed 8.
Wow.
And now you go from 500 to, let's say, maybe 1,500.
And these are up to what age?
Up to girls, 17, right? Up to 18. I think you'd be up to 18. You age out after 18. Because you can still be a senior in school and, say you turned 18 this year. But up to 18.
Senior in high school.
Correct. And you can dance. 8th overall.
Wow.
So with that said, she got a scholarship for that dance performing arts place. I can't even remember the name of it, but she got a scholarship. So next year when she come back, she gets to dance for free. Because each dance you have to pay that organization.
Sure. Okay,
like let's say to perform her solo, let's say they might require $50, $100, whatever it is,
right,
to perform that solo in that slot, to slot out those 5 minutes for you.
Right.
It'll be $50 or whatever they charge. So next year we don't have to pay that fee for her to perform whatever, to perform, because she has a scholarship through them. Just because how well she did. She got called out in all the classes. They host classes, like a hip hop class, a contemporary.
So what was her solo in? What was the category or class? What would you say?
I think her solo, did they put her in as contemporary open? I think. Because it's music, it's like musical theater, but a lot of the dances can mold into each kind of category. You know, it's not one specific category, this particular dance. So I think she put her in as like open.
Okay, wow.
Like contemporary open, I want to say. Because it's some acrobatics in there.
Sure.
It's a lot of musical theater because it was based off the musical Six.
It's
called Six. Yeah, it's some musical. I never seen it, but it's called Six. It's about the queen, the sixth queen of King whatever, because he was killing all his wives. You know what I'm saying? I can't think of what king it was.
Oh shoot, seemed like
he
that
was
was
chopping
all
off their heads. You know what I'm saying? But she didn't get. I don't know. King Henry could have been Henry
VIII, maybe.
Henry VIII, maybe. Yeah, he was chopping off all his wives' heads and divorcing them and doing all type of crazy stuff. But then when she came along, I think she put him in line basically. So it's based off that musical.
She put him in check. Wonder how she did that.
I don't know, Shay. I don't know, but she did well. She did well. You know, it was definitely worth the trip. You know, and I get kind of sometimes when I sit back and think about how much money we put into her performing arts.
Mm.
When you go to places like this and she performed that well, it makes me feel like, okay, it was worth it. You know, it was definitely worth it. You know, because hopefully she can take this somewhere. She wants to be on Broadway. You know, who knows? She might choreograph, you know, music video. Who knows where the sky's the limit on the talent that she has. So I tell people she's a professional dancer. You know, people look at me like I'm crazy. What do you mean she's a professional dancer? Yeah, any kid can dance on TikTok. I'm like, no, my daughter can. She's a professional dancer. She's been doing this shit since she was 2 years old.
She's been to contests and won actual money. That's
Yeah.
Wow.
So we were there all week. We didn't do Disney World, nothing like that. That crap is stupid expensive. I don't know why people would still spend their money for it. Dude,
I went once when my older two were young, and I can't imagine going back again.
It's like $180 a ticket, Shane. That's one day, one park.
One person. Yeah, one person.
You got a family of 5.
Well, they try to upsell you on bundles. They want to sell you for the week. They want to get all your money.
Correct.
If they get all your money, then they'll give you a discount on everything.
Yes.
So, you know, if you bundle, they want you to bundle lodging and everything. But I've known people that they put it on layaway. They bundle a whole package together and they put it on layaway and they pay so much every week, and at least they know for 1 week out of the year or whatever it is, you know, they can forget the world. And it's like,
even if I had it, I wouldn't want to do it. I wouldn't do it.
It wouldn't be my way of doing it.
It'd have to be like, this is what my kid wants to do for their 10th birthday or something. Like, I really want to go to Disney World, you know. But if we can find something else to do or get around it, like, oh, fuck that, you know. Because it's just so expensive. I mean, it's ridiculously expensive. It's ridiculously expensive.
The rides that my kids were little then, and this was a long time ago, 20-something years ago. So who knows what it's like down there now, but the rides were just ridiculously simplistic. You know, it was very nostalgic because the kids would recognize some of that stuff and the characters coming around. That was cool. I would say overall, I'm glad that I took them to it once. I don't think it's going to be as important to Madeline because the old Disney cartoons are not, you know, like it was a big deal to my kids to be in the Main Street Electrical Parade.
Mm-hmm.
Every night they do a parade down Main Street, and they call it, you know, and they got the, you know, whatever. It's in some of the cartoons or whatever.
The fireworks goes off in front of the little castle, whatever they call that damn castle.
Yep, the Sleeping Beauty castle or whatever it is. Yeah. And if you know, kids of a certain age remembered that, and I did, and they did, and they thought it was a big deal. And so if you go down there when they're doing it, then when the parade comes by, all the kids run in the street behind the parade and, you know, act like kids and dance around and shit. You know, it's fun. But I don't think our kids, the generation now, is going to really think that that's a big deal.
Right, and it's a lot of other things you can do.
Yeah.
You know, free things that you can still make good memories, have a good experience, have a good time.
Yeah, or at least you get a better bang for your buck. I agree.
Correct.
It's just too...
it's ridiculous. It really is. It's ridiculously
expensive. And then once you get in there,
it's ridiculously expensive.
$10 for a cotton candy and...
if not more.
And they make it hard not to buy it. It's everywhere.
Right.
And the kids see it.
And so I looked it up. I said, honey, babe, I bet this place makes more than Vegas. Because you talking whole families. You know, we go to Vegas, it might just be me and my wife or just me or me and the boys. It's whole families out here. You see minivans everywhere, packed full.
Oh, and it's extended families sometimes.
I want to say
people plan family trips down there.
Yeah, it's crazy. So Disney brings in more than Las Vegas. Disney brought in like almost $90 billion last year. I want to say Vegas only brought in about $75 billion. It's some ridiculous number how much money Disney brings in.
Is that a one day, Mr. Producer? 3 days, 3 people, $1,000
at all parks.
Is that an all park?
Or just one?
Looks
park?
Like an all park.
An all parker.
Yeah.
3 days.
So 3 days,
people, 3 tickets, $1,000.
$1,000. Yeah, that's
that's
no food. That's no
entry.
hotel. That's no gas or plane down there.
That's entry.
You just get to walk through the door at that price.
You get to walk through the door.
Yeah. Use the bathroom if you have to. I bet there's not a water fountain to be seen either.
Hell no.
I bet they put extra salt in their popcorn. I used to go to this bar.
Make you buy a drink. Salt the popcorn.
They would put cayenne pepper in the popcorn.
You go get something to drink.
And I love me some cayenne pepper, right? And so you're sitting there having a beer, like, this is fantastic. And then the cayenne pepper gives it a bit of a spice. It was just enough, it didn't light you up.
Hey.
Then you drown it with some beer. Next thing you know, you've had
give me another one.
Yeah. They would sell you extras just because of the cayenne. You loved it, but,
Wow.
And they would give you regular popcorn, but you had to be like, hey, can I have the hot popcorn without the cayenne pepper? And then everybody's going to give you shit about it. So it's another reason. Yeah.
Oh,
it's marketing genius.
That's cool.
Hey, man, I've been looking at that shirt you're wearing.
Okay.
You got to tell me about this shirt, man. It's almost like an engineer shirt, but then maybe not. It's like what's going on with the shirt, man? I dig that.
Oh, man, I figured you would appreciate it.
I do.
So we're walking through Disney Springs in Orlando.
Disney Springs.
Disney Springs is like
sounds like you went to Disney.
The Disney World Mall, basically, like an open air mall. It's called Disney Springs, owned by Disney, but this is free entry.
Okay.
Because you're gonna shop. They got all these shops there. Like
okay.
They got a World of Coca-Cola,
and apparently
Legoland. I mean, it's huge with all type of stores. So as we were leaving out one night that we were there. Because we're trying to do free things.
Right.
Disney Springs is free. To at least to enter. If you want to go buy something, you can. So as we was leaving out, Cynthia was like, oh, check out that shirt, honey. I bet you'll like that. And I look over. This is hanging in the window.
That shirt right there.
This shirt right here. And so, of course, I beeline right in there to it, look at it. It was like $69.
Ooh.
I looked at the price. My wife looked, she said, get the shirt.
No.
I wasn't going to get it because of the price tag on the butt.
That's a nice shirt, though.
She said, get the shirt.
That's a nice shirt.
Because she's like, I know you really like it. She said, just go to get it. So I splurged a little and bought a $69 shirt.
Hell yeah. Good for you.
Fuck it. I said, fuck it.
It's a good-looking shirt. Man.
Well, she said, fuck it, really. Because I was going to put it down. I was like, I really don't need it.
We do have some of the coolest
I don't need it. I would like to have it, but I don't need it.
Right.
And that's how I'm looking at it. She's like, just going to get the shirt. So shout out my wife.
Shout out Cynthia Darden.
Persuading me. I mean, it wasn't hard. It wasn't a hard sell.
For sure.
But I really would have, if she wasn't there, I would have put it down. I would have looked at it and said, I appreciate it, I like it, but
and here's the thing, financially speaking, it's worth $69. You're probably gonna wear that shirt for years.
For years. I had this shirt for years. I have it for
years. It's well made. It's not like some
thick
cheap
material
piece of bullshit that's gonna, so it's well worth the money. But look, we all struggling. We're all in the same boat. And, when it comes to spending $70 on one piece of clothing, you look at your wife. It's not people say, are you whipped or whatever, but no, that's not your money or her money. That's our money,
Correct.
And when they give you the nod, it's not, you didn't ask for permission.
No.
You asked to see if you were in agreement. But people that have never had that type of relationship don't understand those things.
Mm-hmm.
They don't understand the difference between, he got to go ask his wife. No, but I'm going to back courteous, at least see who's taking care of our kids tonight, because I'm a father after all,
Correct.
So,
that's my first job.
Yeah, that's my first job,
Husband, father.
Husband and father / and, once I got that taken care of, okay, well, then I'll go do something or whatever. But until then, you're not asking for permission. You're making sure you're in agreement. What are we doing?
Get the shirt.
Get the shirt.
Fuck it.
Get the shirt.
Daniel, get your pilot's license.
Get your pilot's license, son. There you go.
Fuck it. Get it. Do it.
Look, when you're 15 years from now,
who cares
what
what
it
costs?
About?
Get it. Fuck it.
He says he's got a plan for something. He's not telling me what it is. So maybe, who knows? We'll see. Best laid plans of mice and men and all that.
Yeah. What you said. of mice and men.
You know, this has been an extremely pleasant conversation.
You think so?
I do. I'm a little mellow, though.
Yeah, you are, you know. But shit,
but you know what?
If I said it was, I said it 1,000 times, Shane. Feel like we just said it
does feel like we just said
I think we hit a few topics today. I think we touched on a lot of different subjects.
We did.
In Vendor Chronicle fashion.
We didn't talk about the one elephant in the room, and that was that our wives just recorded here.
Oh, we did.
We mentioned it, but we didn't really go into
detail.
Maybe we shouldn't.
I don't even know what they said. You know, it's gonna be a surprise to go and listen to their episodes.
We know they spoke for 64 minutes.
I wonder did they talk about us.
I mean, how could you not?
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? How could you not?
I know exactly what you're saying, Shane. You know,
get the shirt.
So this shirt, amongst many purchases I made, you know, I didn't make many, but amongst other purchases, I did get you a gift.
You did.
I did. I thought about you. Just it was
much appreciated.
It was very serendipitous. You know, I'm riding down the road and I see a damn. I was like, fuck. I just shade popped in my head. You know, I don't know if that's good or bad. You know,
I mean,
you know, right? I see
you're not the first person that associates
shade popped in my
me
head.
with,
I said, fuck. You know what? Let me get my boys up, man.
I appreciate it.
Bring them back something from Florida.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I held full trust in you.
Yeah.
Full trust. Without even checking, I just said, you know what? Let me find a spark.
It was cool.
It is cool.
Yeah. Get the shirt.
Get the shirt.
Get the shirt.
Get the shirt. Drink the wine. Shirt. What was it? You know, there's an Anthony Bourdain quote about that. You know, order the cream sauce, have a pint, make it two. You know, eat at the local pub instead of eating at your hotel, whatever it was. I can't remember what the quote was. You know,
didn't he murder himself? Unalive himself?
He did unalive himself.
Did they ever come out why, or like did he leave a note behind?
I don't know.
You would think he was living a good life, you know, man, fucking getting paid to travel the world and eat different foods. I think
he lost somebody close to him recently. I'm not real sure, to be honest with you. I don't know.
He was like, man, this dude you just never know with people.
You never know.
You never know. You look from the outside looking in, you think,
Robin Williams.
This guy has it made.
Yeah, you would think.
Robin Williams. Damn.
There's a song by a guy named Billy Falcon called Power Windows.
Mm-hmm.
It's about two different dudes. You know, one of them's got a Mercedes and air conditioning and, you know, whatever. He goes home to a big old house and sits by his empty swimming pool. But he's got power windows and power bed and, you know, power locks and whatever. And he's all by himself. And then he's like, Lewis drives a beat up 69 Dart, you know, the statue of Mary that keeps it from falling apart or whatever. You know, but he's got the power of love with Gracie right beside him, sitting closer than a smile. Isn't that a cool lyric?
Mm-hmm.
Gracie's right beside him, sitting closer than a smile. And, of course, he's got the power of love, you know, whatever. But
the power of love. So is it basically saying that, you know, materialism, you know, whatever heathenism, all the other shit isms is not greater than just love?
That's my take on it.
Do you want to go home to your big empty house, or would you rather come home to a little shack with
Gracie right beside you?
Yep.
I want, you know, I'll take the love. Nobody sings songs about, I don't want to get, you know, I guess 50 Cent. He's probably the only one about how I don't want to fall in love.
But you think once you get, it'd be hard to find love, Shane, once you get all those accolades. True love.
Sure, when you got that kind of money.
You know, like, do you really love me? Do you really like me?
You're on that level. No matter what level you're on, the fact of the matter is you could have, you know, 50's a billionaire, right?
If not, he's probably damn close.
So if he gets married to somebody, she could be a 24-year-old stripper or whatever 50 Cent is into.
Mm-hmm.
And if they get a divorce, she gets a bunch of that. Billions that she did not earn. She just married 50,
not whatsoever.
You know
not whatsoever.
And so, you know, at that level, I can see why you'd be reluctant.
It'd be hard. It'd be very hard.
Yeah.
A lot of reluctance.
And there'd be a lot of women that would work real hard to make you think that they loved you.
That they really, truly love you.
They would work
You love what I
hard.
am. You love my money. You love what I can do for you. Do you really love me?
How would you know?
I'm glad I got my wife before I got rich.
Me too.
Damn.
We've both been married a long time.
I know, because you done see me.
Yeah.
Through thick and thin, better or worse.
But you heard what happened to
sickness
Oliver
and health. Oliver Anthony, yeah, the old lady left him.
Yep. Had to write a song and he had to pay her money for it. Man.
The power of love.
So what the listeners also don't know is that we haven't get the shirt.
We done touched on a lot of gems today, Shane.
We have. We haven't spoken in 2 weeks. You've been out of town.
That's true.
We haven't done the market together in a minute. It's been 2 weeks since we sat down here in the studio. Mm-hmm. It feels a little surreal and yet like riding a bicycle. But before we go, I mean, I'm kind of in a drought here. I feel adrift. I feel as though I'm wandering. I feel as though I'm ungrounded, Q.
From what, brother?
Well, I haven't had any real wisdom in quite some time.
Ah, Shane.
You know, I feel like as though I'm just I'm like that guy that you said, you know, he went out in his boat. And 6 months later, he blew back up on the coast somewhere. You know, that's kind of
I'm lost at sea.
I'm grasping. You know what I'm saying? I've been just grasping with tentacle-like fingers, looking for some source of wisdom. And now that we're here, I know you're going to drop something good on me.
Ah, shit, Shane. You know what's been on my mind, Shane?
Tell it to me.
So I've been doing this YouTube channel, Darden Family Hustle. If you listening, go out and check out Darden Family Hustle.
Check out Darden Family Hustle. It's actually very entertaining.
I'm 6 months in. I started beginning of the year.
Watching you and your wife hit a golf ball at Top Golf, by the way.
Oh, did you catch that one, man?
Dude, I laughed my head off at you guys. Just because you're silly.
I'm glad you watched.
And here's the other thing. And I'll just lay this down without any kind of doubt. I'll whip your ass on the golf course. I can already tell that. Like, I haven't played in a long time. You think
so? Well, golf course or Top Golf? It's two different things.
Either one.
Ooh, challenge.
Light work.
Challenge.
Light work.
I was smacking the hell out of that ball, Shane. Don't even got no form.
Okay. All right. Dude, I can hit a 9-iron halfway to the fence out there.
Okay.
Nah, but it was just fun watching you guys go back and forth. And having been to Top Golf, that seems like a real cheesy thing to do, but it's just fun.
We had fun.
It's fun.
We did.
So anyways, I digress. You've been making this YouTube channel.
Been making this YouTube channel, Shane. And like I said, I started at the beginning of the year. That was one of my resolutions. Start making content and putting it on YouTube.
Okay.
So I'm 6 months in. Well, you might as well say 7 because we're going into July. I'm right over 200 subscribers.
Okay.
You know, which that's way better than when I started with 0.
100%.
But you would think I'd be a lot further along.
Yeah, but that growth becomes exponential.
You would hope so. So hopefully the next 100 will be a lot easier than the first 100.
Yep.
You know, and I haven't been really pushing it real hard. You know, I'm trying to let the algorithm really learn.
And you hadn't paid any money for it, right?
I haven't paid no money for it. I'm not paying for subscribers, nothing like that. I'm just kind of letting it grow naturally. Sure. You know, so the algorithm can really learn. I think so with me thinking like why am I not growing as much as I think I should be growing? I think the content's fun. It's family fun.
It is
you know,
fun.
A lot of it's clean. You know, I might drop a F word or something here and there, you know, that damn, you know, but for the most part, you know, you wouldn't mind your kids watching, you know what I'm doing.
Normal people, that's a pretty big bomb, you know. It just shows how far outside of the norm we are. But go ahead. Correct. I would agree.
Every now and then I might drop it. You know, it ain't like I'm just putting out rants and I'm
I watch it while my daughter's in the room.
Whatever.
It's not a problem. Nope. I watch it while my daughter's in the room. It's clean.
So, I would say earlier this week, I was thinking when I was looking at my subscribers, and I got like 75 videos posted. You know, like I'm almost a 2-to-1 ratio, you know, to videos to subscribers. You know, I might get two subscribers for every video. That's how I'm looking at it. You know, and I'm like, man, that's a sucky ratio.
I mean,
and then like I start to kind of get defeated in a sense. Like, is my content not good? You know, is it me? What do I need to do something different? And then it just got me thinking like, no, I just need to stay the course. Because like you said, that channel can start to grow exponentially, you know, as I continue to grow. I can't give up.
For sure.
On my content. You know, this is not the time to give up. You know, so I was just trying to sharpen my own iron, as it were, you know, to stay in it, to stay disciplined, to stay consistent. It's hard to be consistent on YouTube. Right. It's hard to make the content especially family content, and then have time to sit down and post the content.
For sure. It
requires editing the videos, posting this. It's a lot involved to it. So I'm really talking to people out there who wants to get into the content creation. It's not as easy as you might think some of these people make it look.
And chances are you're not going to make a lot of money.
You're going to put a lot of work and not make no money.
There's a lot of podcasts that are making zero money. Like for everyone that's making money, I bet there's 2 that aren't. Or 3 that aren't, or 10 that aren't.
Probably 100.
100, okay.
How many people give up,
But we also, in our own analytics, have looked at, exactly. We've looked at what percentage of podcasts out there have more than 10 episodes, more than 20 episodes. A lot of people start a podcast and 10 episodes in or whatever, it's, a lot of work, It
is.
I think one of the advantages that we have is that we've got, first of all, a professional studio.
That is true.
Shout out that 86 Kids studio. To be able to walk into a professional environment that also has a good vibe from the get-go. Kevin spends a great deal of time making sure that the studio not only is well equipped, but that it's a creative space.
That's what I was thinking. It's definitely a creative space. It's clean.
It's clean.
It always smells pleasant.
It smells good. Yep. These things are important. And Kevin really goes the extra mile. So shout out to our producer, Kevin the Boss Man Richardson.
Shout out Kevin the Boss Man Richardson.
And tonight he wrangled, is that the correct word? Both of our wives at the same time recording their own podcast? Wow. I can't wait to have a drink. We got to talk about that.
He earned his
So listen,
supper.
man, lay that words of wisdom down on me.
So the words of wisdom is just stay the course. Don't give up. Especially don't give up on yourself. The most capable hands are at the end of your wrist. It's all in your hands. The most capable hands are at the end of your wrist when it comes to your life. You are the deciding factor whether you succeed or you fail. Times will get hard. No one said it was going to be easy, which I don't know why I was thinking it was going to be easy when I first started this content creation.
Right.
Started down this path. I was like, oh man, I'm going to blow up. It's going to be easy, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, my first 10 videos are going to go viral.
Yeah, but then reality sets in after 6-7 months. Oh shit, this is not as easy as it is. I wonder how many people start those channels and give up after those 6 months when you don't see the growth that you are expecting to see. So that's really what I got, Shane. Don't give up on yourself. Stay the course, stay disciplined. You might have to do a 180. You might be going down the wrong path with your content. You might have to switch gears, try a new path. See what works, find what works. But you won't know what works until you actually start to walk a path.
Or maybe what you got is great already and the right person hasn't seen it. It's 2 facets to that. But one way or another, don't give up.
Don't give up.
Because eventually,
who knows where I might be in a year.
Who knows?
So hopefully I can have this conversation again and say, yeah, I'm at 2,000 subscribers.
How long you been knowing about Theo Vaughn?
I'll say a few years now. Yeah, a few years. Yeah, definitely a few years.
You know how long he's been doing this podcast? 10 years.
Oh, see, I would have said maybe 2.
Right.
When he started popping up on me.
Right. That's what I thought too. When I found out he'd been doing it for 10 years.
Maybe
I'm like,
10 years. He's 10 years deep.
This guy
and
was
it's Theo Vaughn.
Yeah. Yeah. And of course now he's the man.
Yeah.
He's number 2 on a couple of the different podcasts.
But he stayed the course.
But 10 years,
10 years in. So however long it may take,
And he's been having all those top government guys on there and kind of giving them hell. Like, okay, but what if this is this way and you say this, but tell me about this right over here. And they're like, oh, well, Theo. And then he goes right back into like, look, I don't know. I'm just asking. It's pretty genius if you ask me. I don't know. Anyways.
You'll start to see the fruits of your labor if you
Perseverance.
If you stay the course.
Perseverance.
You will definitely start to see the fruits of your labor if you persevere and stay the course.
And your kids are watching.
Now, when my kids see me, I want them to see excellence. Everything I do, I try to do in excellence, especially when my kids are watching me. I try not to half-ass nothing.
Words of wisdom from Q the Messenger. Buy the shirt.
Buy the shirt, Shane.
This has been Vendor Chronicles. Peace.